So you're thinking about getting into the towing industry. It's a good industry to get into. There is pros and there is cons when choosing the right tow company to join. Always look for a towing company that values their employees. When you get into a towing company that values their employees, they will make sure that their employees are taken care of. I will say there are some towing companies out there that they say they're family, they treat you like family, but I'm going to tell you right now, you're just a number to them. You're just a number. As long as you're bringing in money and doing tows, your bosses, the owners, they're happy. But when work slows down and there's no work, they will nitpick every little thing about you, about every single driver they have. They will find a reason to call and bitch at you and cuss at you and belittle you because there's no work coming in. So they're getting angry and they're taking it out on their drivers. That's not family. That's not treating your employees fairly. I've been with now for a little over 11 months. Since I've been here, it's been great. But work has slowed down, and now I see everybody's true colors. Everybody's true colors is finally coming out. When there's no money coming in, they are nitpicking at every single driver, trying to find a reason to fire you. They will call you and threaten to fire you over the dumbest little thing. Literally the dumbest little thing. I carry a 5-star rating with this company. And they will call and nitpick and threaten to fire you constantly on a day-to-day basis. And honestly, it's unhealthy. It's not fair. And nothing gets done about it because we're a small company. We don't have an HR. We don't have, upper management, lower management. We ain't got none of that. It's one manager, one owner. Period. So now that work is getting slow, we're all sitting here twiddling our thumbs, and bosses keep calling us, threatening us. Why aren't you working? Why aren't you working? Why aren't you out doing this? Why aren't you out doing that? Well, what do you want us to do? We can't make work happen. And honestly, I see where they're coming from, but in the same perspective, if you want your employees to be successful, you need to treat them like they're successful. You need to treat them the way they deserve to be treated. Yelling at them and screaming at them does not get you anywhere. It doesn't. So, this video is pretty much to people out there looking to get into the towing industry and what it's all caked out to be. Yeah, it's fun. It has its ups and downs. If you get with a company where they have you on call, that's where the money comes in. Because if you don't get many calls during the day, rest assured, you will be getting calls in the middle of the night. And in the middle of the night, you can upcharge. Like us. If it's past 4:30, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, I can charge $95 for the hook and $6 a mile. If it's on the weekends and I have to go out of town for a call, I can run 95 and 7. But rest assured, you do need to watch how you price your calls. If you're local, 85 and 6. If it's a slow day and you're not getting any bites, drop it down to 75 and 5. It can't hurt you. It won't hurt you. As a matter of fact, I did that the last weekend I was on call. Lady called and said, hey, I need a tow truck. All right, it's going to be $85 for the hook, $6. Okay, we'll call you back. No, actually, you know what? I ended up calling her back, and I said, listen, I'll give you a discount if you go with us. She was like, really? A discount? I said, yeah. I said, I'll give you a discount. I'll do 75 and 5 just for you. And guess what? That fish bit the hook. So, in the towing business, in the towing world, it does, like I said, it has its ups and downs. Right now, we're on our downs because we're slow. There's not much I can do about it. I just ignore what the bosses say. If they want to keep threatening to fire you, just ignore it. They're just pissed off because they're not making any money. That's all it is. Especially if you're a valued employee that's literally got all kind of reviews and people recommend you and they want you. That makes all the other drivers look like, looks bad. It looks bad on the other drivers when you got one driver outstanding, outperforming all the others. And they don't like that. That's another thing the companies don't like. They don't like you to outperform their original employees. They don't want that. They don't like it. Because when the employees see that, now you're a target. You got a big target right here. And like I said, I do work for Uh-Oh. So, pick and choose wisely. Go into your interviews. When they ask you questions, ask questions back. So, normal questions they're going to ask you, how long you been driving a tow truck? Tell them, I'm just starting. I'm fresh. I'm new. That'll give the owner or the manager a sculpture to build. So basically what they look for is they want somebody, they will hire somebody that has experience. But if somebody comes in fresh off the street that knows nothing about the towing industry, that has a clean driving record, that wants to learn, you got a very good chance of getting in. Because now that manager or that boss or that supervisor can literally mold you into what they want you to be. So, questions to ask. How often am I going to be working? Okay, you might get an answer, you might not. That's one of the questions that they like to overlook. Next question would be, are the trucks well kept? That's a big, serious question. Does the company take care of their trucks? With this company, if something goes wrong with this truck gets sent to the shop immediately. Next question. Dress code. How can I dress? Am I allowed to wear shorts or do I have to wear pants every day? Most companies will require you to wear pants. It sucks. Next question I would ask is, how often do you do stuff with your employees, like outings and all that? Because a lot of companies do outings with their employees, or they'll have little cookouts at the yard, or they'll take you out for breakfast or something like that. Make sure you get into the right towing company. Always remember to get into the right towing company. Nothing hurts to ask questions. And they'll overlook certain questions that you ask. They will overlook it. They will try to bypass that question at any cost, just so they can move on to their questions. Pay rate. In the towing industry, the pay rate varies. Some companies pay hourly. Most companies only pay commission. If you get in with a company that only strictly pays commission and you're slow, you get zero. They will give calls that come in to their normal drivers and leave you in the dust. So always put that in the back of your head, like, I'm new, I'm not going to get that many calls. It happens. Let's see. What else can I say? I mean, that pretty much wraps it up for if you're getting into the towing business. Your best bet, honestly, is starting your own company. If I had the money and the supporters that a lot of these YouTubers have, I would love to start my own company. I would. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I would run my company so much better than the rest of these companies out here. My employees would be treated like family. My employees would always get a bonus. And I would never call and threaten my drivers because they blew their horn at somebody on the road. That's stupid. There's a reason why vehicles have horns. That's another big thing about these companies. If you have road rage issues, trust and believe, these people out here driving on the regular roads, they're going to target you. They are going to target you because you are a rolling billboard. Your number, the company's number and logo is posted all over these trucks. So watch what you do and watch what you say to people. Treat everybody as family. If people cut you off on the road, just bite your tongue. Don't even stress it. Because in the long run, it's going to bite you in the ass. Because they'll call the company and say, oh, well, your driver blew his horn at us. Okay, and then your boss calls, why are you blowing your horn at people? Yeah. It happens. We are targets. We are rolling targets. Normal civilian people do not like tow truck drivers whatsoever. They despise of us. Until they need us. And then when they need us and we show up and, it's like, I remember you. You're the guy that cut me off. Yeah, man, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, you almost got me in trouble with my company. You know what? I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to go ahead and be nice, and I'm going to tow your car, and I'm going to let this slide, and I'm going to have you call my boss and tell him that you overreacted. How about that? Let bygones be bygones. So, just a little piece of information. This is the company I work for. This is the truck they give me to drive. It is a 2022 Peterbilt with a 415 PACCAR diesel motor. It is a fairly large truck. And they take care of us well. And I stand by that name right there. Peterbilt. There's a lot of trucks out there. And there's a lot of junkyard trucks out there. But our trucks are top of the line. So if you're ever in need of a tow and you need assistance out on the side of the road, always remember you can call because we got your back.